In this video we're just going to take a look at the physical size comparisons with the Sony Xperia Z against some other mobile devices. So why not, let's start with the Xperia T, the previous device to the Z, the one that the Z is essentially replacing. So you can see that the physical size is different. I mean, the screen size is different for a start. You've got the extra height and a little bit of extra width on the Z. Thickness wise though, you can see the Z is probably thinner, although the T's got a bit more curvature to it. Footprint on the back here, fairly same as the sort of front there. Weight wise, fairly similar. The Z's probably a little bit heavier, feeling in the hand than the T. Let's bring in the very popular Samsung Galaxy S3. So it has got a bit of a bigger screen on the Z. The overall width though, hardly anything in it. Length, fractions there really isn't much. I don't know how much you can sort of see. They're just a fraction taller. Of course the big difference is on the corners. Much sharper corners on the Z, much more square. When they're laid down flat, it's hardly any difference. The Z is the slightly thinner device. Weight wise, the Z feels a little bit heavier. We've got the One X Plus from HTC. Again, the Z is that bit taller. Nothing really to speak of in width. Thickness, fairly comparable. It's getting really hard to tell the difference now with the, it's fractions of millimeters that we're talking about now on these devices. Completely different sort of texture. This is a sort of a more matte rubbery finish, where this is a higher gloss finish. Weight wise, not really a lot in it. In fact, the Z is pretty well balanced overall. And then we've got the iPhone 5. Naturally that's going to dwarf or be dwarfed by the Z just because of the massive screen difference. Thickness wise, very, very similar when laid down on the desk. I'm not sure how they actually compare in measurements, but really not a lot in it at all. Weight wise, Z is of course heavier. Quality wise, I think this is where the Z is trying to compete with the iPhone, but the iPhone still pulls it off. Really, it feels that bit better when you tap it. It doesn't feel quite so sort of plasticky. It's all glass on the back of the Z, but it just feels that bit more premium. So that's just a quick look at some of the physical size comparisons of the Xperia Z against other leading smartphones.